Do we have any new members or new visitors here today? Visitors, new members? Good. Come on, somebody's got to be new. I see new faces, so.
Hey, Matt's mom.
Would you pass that down here? Hey, please tell us your name, where you're from, your call sign, and anything else that you might want to share.
Okay, anything I can remember. My name is Suzanne. I'm from Gooding, Idaho. And I have my friend Tanya here with me too. I think she just joined the club like yesterday. Yeah. Yeah, so we decided to come together. And Matt had been talking about doing stuff for a while. And so in July, I went and took my technical, and then in August, I took my general and passed both of those, so.
General.
Yeah.
Hey,
More about what I have for, they're all handheld radios. I don't have a base or anything yet, but I would like that to get one. And let's say, I don't know if I can remember my name on the spot. KK7. Yeah, okay.
so far so good.
K7.
UQZ or something?
Maybe. I knew it, but I don't know. I have it in my wallet. I can look it up. Here, I'm gonna pass it to Connie and watch it. I'll look at it.
I'm Connie. Does this even work?
Yeah, just talk louder.
Oh, talk louder.
Yeah.
Okay. I've had my tech for 14 years and I've never turned the ham radio on. And I thought it was fun to do so.
Yeah.
I do know my call sign. It's K. But I knew it for what it's done. KF7LDT.
Has it been renewed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's till 30.
Good.
So I'm really like, I'm a hands-on person, and so I'm really trying to find somebody that,
Are you from Gooding too?
yes.
Okay, Susan, there's a guy right over here. Russell, wave yourself.
Okay.
He's from Gooding, and he's been trying to find some folks down in Gooding.
Yay.
So before you guys leave, there you go.
What's his name?
His name's Russell. What's your call sign, Russell?
KG7RAK.
KG7RAK. Or AK?
KG or KJ?
KG.
Talk like a man. Come on, shut up and talk like a man.
Get him a microphone.
KG. RAK.
RAK, okay. That's better.
Turn your hearing aid up.
My hearing ain't here, that,
All
sir.
right, okay. I should have remembered this because it reminds me of.
Don't ever let it happen
Sounds
again.
funny, but KK7UDR.
What we do was with you, didn't we?
I guess.
Well, we're glad you're here with us. Just-
Are we all done?
Oh, I'm not here.
He's not there.
Oh, I thought we were.
No. No. Anybody else new? There you go.
And I don't
Michael,
know, I
you
didn't
do?
change it when I took.
I was here last month.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
So introduce yourself again, so that, okay, quiet.
Michael Scott. I actually remember my call sign. It's KK7WSQ. And I have got my radio. I'd have to say I'm a wuss. I don't want to get out in the cold and put up an antenna yet, so I haven't really been on the air yet. But I've got everything I need. The toughest thing about the whole thing was figuring out all the connections and stuff that I need to hook up the antenna and grounds and stuff. But I'm from Twin Falls, retired. I was a CPA all my life. Anyway, got a wife and a bunch of kids, and living with me is a daughter and a 2-year-old grandson. So
And you're 20.
I'm in Twin, yes.
What radio did you get?
I got the Yaesu 710.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Place.
When it gets warm enough to go out and do something, yell, you'll have lots of help.
Yeah, I actually turned it on, but it won't pick up anything right now because it doesn't have an antenna hooked up to it. But and I got a handheld Yaesu that can't pick up anything either. But I'm doing really good so far.
Well, I was going to suggest if you don't want to be a wuss anymore, ask the women to come and help you. Yeah, then you'll want to be a man after that. Show you up, that's for sure. Anybody else? New, okay, good. So let's, we'll start up here with Bob and, name, call sign and anything else. that, You want us to know?
I am Bob, K6UDA, from Curry. I like long walks in the sunset. And that's it.
And cries on sad movies.
I know what that's about. I know what that's about.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Jim, W7OUU. And I'm still planning on being years in November. Russell, KG7RAK, Gooding.
Ben, N7BEN in Buell.
Cole, KK7UQA in Beale, Idaho.
I'm also Paul. AM7ZB. John, N7BKH, Kimberly. GKA3JKB, Twin Falls.
Paul, KG7WOG in Kimberly.
Scott, KI7EMX here in Twin Falls.
You heard me already. Dan, K7NCF, Jeff South Hollister. Ron, W7LBG in Buell. K6 VFR west of Buell, arcade big cities. And we have water.
Go ahead, come up this way, then we'll go back this way. Pat, actually, Pat,
I've already done.
oh, you already did? Okay, ignore me.
We will. We'll continue. We'll continue to ignore you.
Andy, KK7UQC filer. Matt, KK7JTK. Mike, KK7SDQ, Jerome County.
Tim, AK7TE. Twin.
Jeremy, K7BIF, twin. Liam, KK7UQF. Kimberly.
Bill, W7AAZ.
Kelly, K7SU, downtown Curry. Oscar, K7KOH, Jerome.
Mike, K7CAN, next door to this guy, just about. Man, second to last. So now that I have everybody's attention, can we talk about Amway? I'm kidding.
That's a good one.
Gordon, AA7TQ and twin.
And I'm Terry, K7 RAR. You know, I want to encourage you guys that, because we don't have a whole lot of folks joining us on Tuesday at 7 o'clock on 14676 when we do the net, so join us. And 14676, and I'm glad to say we have a new guy gonna be helping out because Bob, N7 SVI, he's way up there in Fairfield and he oftentimes just can't get through. So he's decided to back out till he can get the antennas work better. But Paul, volunteer who's been faithful on the net, decided to jump in and take his place. So we really appreciate that. We have a good time. After the net, we almost always do what we call a roundtable. So we check in afterwards when everybody's checked in. We go to the roundtable and we just, I bring up some questions and some comments or whatever. And we all have a chance to chit chat and then we talk about it. And if you have any questions or something you want to ask somebody or get some advice, open it up for that. So we want to encourage you to join us in that. So we are scheduled already, I'll let you know ahead of time, for our banquet in May, our Christmas banquet. We don't call it Christmas anymore, do we?
No, it's spring.
Spring. Yeah, spring. So that's already been scheduled. We'll be doing it at the barn again this year. But what we're gonna do differently is we're gonna have you guys pay ahead of time. Last year I had 8 folks not pay and not come and not show up. And the club had to give them an extra $200 to cover the folks that didn't show up. So we got to do something a little different so that we don't get stuck with doing that. And so that's about it. Next month, write this down, I'm getting old. We're meeting on February 10th, and we don't have a speaker yet. I talked to Jim about maybe doing something regarding antennas, because I know when he talks about antennas, I really get something out of it. So if you all have anything you'd like, really, if you guys have anything you would like to hear demonstrated, talked about, let me know, because I know we have somebody here that's probably an expert on it. And so,
I have a question.
Yeah.
How many people in this room have a VNA?
A what?
VNA.
How many people know how to use it correctly?
Well, YouTube does. YouTube does.
Oh, yeah.
Show you that.
Okay, how did it work?
Okay. What is it?
Nano VNA.
It's a little tiny box.
It does, you use it to check the antennas, and it does tell you just about everything that you need to know about an antenna.
And more than I need to know.
Are you gonna talk about it? Are you gonna talk about it? Oh, was I just checking?
Yeah. It sounds like that might be the way we're gonna go.
And that'd be a good door prize.
Yeah. Yeah, Kelly.
I'd like to also add that if anybody in here has something that you think would be of interest to the other club members that you do in ham radio, sign up to be a presenter. It's not that difficult. And you might not think anybody would be interested, but you might be surprised. You know, if you have a mode that you like, or, you know, like we had the POTA guys do their deal, that was very interesting, and just stuff like that, you know, it doesn't have to be an engineering paper
Yeah.
or anything like that, just something fun.
I mean, it can be engineering if you, or rocket science if you want, just dumb it down for a guy like me.
Yeah.
Well, Scott was here and he did a great job. That other guy he had, he's kind of.
Yeah, he was kind of flea, yeah.
I don't know who it is, but, let me think something else.
Yes, they're terrible.
Oh, by the way, April is coming. January, February, March, April. Anybody know what we do in April?
Here, get our wives stuff for Valentine's Day?
We reelect our president.
You're way past
He
that.
went too late.
Yeah. He's gonna have that.
Oh, next year.
Ignore Bob. He's kind of having some mental problems. We're gonna have elections again. And so I want you guys, I don't know, I haven't talked to Paul and Gene to see if they want to continue to run and all that. But I have heard this, that the current president, as wonderful as he is ready to retire
Again.
and go to Caribbean for a while. So, you know, we're thinking about maybe getting a new president, so you might think about that. I do have some ideas and suggestions I'll mention later when the guys are here. And so we're gonna keep him busy on election day. So when he comes the next month, you'll know that he's the new president. So anyway, think about that. Because when it comes, it's nice to already have some thoughts in your mind. If you're interested in running for any of the positions on the board, please do so. You know, we really like to have new blood. I don't want to say young blood because not many of us are that young here anymore, but
And basically, all you have to do is raise your hand and everybody will vote for you.
And be,
That's right.
and the second prerequisite is breathing.
it does help to be charismatic, good looking.
I can't until sorry.
K7KAN, can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, go stick with that call sign. You'll do just fine.
That's great. I'm gonna have Bob come up in a minute. We're gonna have just our treasurer give a report.
One other thing quick before I give my report, Gene here has something to ask.
Couple months ago, I handed these out. Is there anybody that would like some that doesn't have any? If so, I'll go get some printed. I have, this is the last one I had. If some people would like some, I'll go get a sheet
It's a
printed.
sticker.
Oh, I don't know.
You can put it in your,
They cost something, but
Yeah.
I'll go get some
you
printed.
can put it in your car window, right?
Yeah, you can peel it off on your window, your car,
Does that stick on the outside?
on the outside. Yeah. All right, we'll get some made and next month we'll have some.
Okay.
Air Force Base.
Oh, yeah.
No question.
Okay, treasurer's report. Right now, we've got about 3,000, a little over 3,000 in the bank. I've got stuff coming in from PayPal and Square every day, people renewing. I think today there was like $80 worth of renewals that came in just today.
Make it 100.
And I got a couple of checks sitting on my desk at home. And I picked up some money tonight too, so, by next month, all the, membership dues should be in, and, I'll have a more solid, numbers, more stable number. Okay, so it won't be going up every day, but it's going up every day, that's the good part. Yeah. So, anyway, that's about it for right now. Come back next month and find out how much we got. But right now, it's a little over 3K in the bank.
Thank you. And I plan as a retiring president to use that, to cash in on that and go for a vacation. Just not in California. Yeah, I want to thank everybody that was involved one way or the other in purchasing radios and equipment from Eric and his wife. I don't have a count exactly, because I just kept giving her the money that we took in, but I know it's between $4,000 and $5,000 that we were able to get back to her. I still have one good thing that if somebody wants it, it's called a CHRON, Cron? Geocron, okay. Atlas 2 4K. And I really don't know what it is. I saw. Huh?
It's a Geocron clock that goes on the screen. Geocron has sold those for decades.
They're out of business.
They were a mechanical clock. Are they out of business?
Well,
The ones with the machine.
he's a silent key and his
Oh,
family
okay.
just said, we're done.
But the software, that one is still around, isn't it? I was watching a video yesterday, because I didn't know what it was, and I watched the
The
guy
guy just
put it
died.
up here.
I got an email like a month ago.
Okay. I put it on YouTube with this thing, because I had no idea what it was. And other than what I saw Eric demonstrate it to me, and after he demonstrated, I still didn't know what it was. And it's amazing. It's amazing what you can do with that stuff. It's amazing. And even when you have to, like the ham radio thing is like $60 a year to have all the information you need and all that. So you want it? You haven't even heard the price.
No, it just went up. I know, it just.
When the guy dies, everything.
Yeah, you know how that goes.
I have to take my cut, you know.
Wait till I die, my keys are gonna go out of sight.
Okay, good, then it comes with the TV if you want it.
I don't need a TV. I've got a lot of TVs.
It's a big, like 50 foot, or 50 foot, 50 inch.
Oh,
50 foot. 50 inch.
Put that on the side of the building.
Anyway, okay, good, thanks, great, I'm glad I brought it up, because that was one of the only things, and we have one other thing, it's Kelly, what is that thing, it's an antenna.
It's an elevation, it's a rotator that's for elevation, not azimuth, but it's for a satellite, it's
What kind
it's
is
a
Yaesu?
Yaesu, I think.
I have to look, it's brand new, hasn't even been used.
It's an elevation room.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I might still have it, but it's brand new out of the box.
I already know.
Okay, so it's for satellites, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so if anybody's interested in that, I'll give you a real good price on it, you know, and that's probably one of the only other things that we have. So that's good. Okay, we're gonna. Anything else? Anybody have anything before I turn it over to our speaker? Anybody have an announcement or something? Sure.
I'll show up. In, I wanna say May, we're gonna probably hear probably in April about the bike race, or not the bike race, but the marathon. That we do down at the Falls to Falls, kind of keep put that on your calendar. They have asked, and they haven't gotten back to me since then, and I haven't brought it up, but last year they had issues with road work ahead. They were supposed to get everything down, and they were supposed to do traffic and all that. And they pulled that out, but the organization has asked if we'd be willing to help out with that. And the caveat behind that is road work ahead is willing to pay for the training to be certified in the like traffic stops. For being a flagger, thank you. So then you'd be a certified flagger if you ever wanted to get one to stopping the highway or something like that.
That's for the hams, they want to do that?
They're willing to do that for anyone volunteering to help out with the race.
You gotta, it's takes most of the day.
Not all day, we'll be done by noon.
No, I meant the class.
Oh, the class, yeah, I don't know all about it, I'm just letting you guys know, so if I hear more about the class, I'll put it out, let everyone know, if anyone wants to take it. Let me know, I'll let them know, we'll get it going, but it's not required, you don't have to do it. They just put it out there where we're helping out with communications and all that, if we wanted to be part of that, we could, if not, they'll find some of their volunteers to do that, so.
Yeah. Some of us retired guys might be able to use that.
So, but again, it's a, from what I've been told, is once you become a flagger, it's kind of one of those. It's good for a few years or whatever, so I mean, and people look at that when they do stuff, so it could be a good thing for.
So if I run for president, that would help.
Exactly, you could be.
Of the United States.
Yeah, you could be the flagger.
Yeah.
You gotta wait 4 more years.
President
I'm
Cal.
on to
Sure.
Then I'll be 80, so no big deal.
A couple of years ago,
You're gonna
they
be
had a
qualified.
flagging job up on the Salmon River for the boats.
Yeah.
So you could sit there in your lawn chair and fish, and when a drift boat came by, you had to flag them.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it paid like $25 an hour.
Could I take my fly rod up there and do some fishing with it?
You sat there in a lawn chair on the bank and watched the drift boats.
Gene, we can do that.
Fish, and
That's
And
not the
fish.
fun one, though. The fun one is going out and standing in 100-degree temperatures in the middle of the day for 10 hours.
Oh,
for
this is always
$10 an
a.
hour. That's what I want to
And hope you get paid.
do. Yeah.
Okay, in March, we have a guest speaker, will be Jackie Fry. I asked her to come and I said, I really would like you to just really tell everybody what Aries Races is, what we can do, what we're involved in, and da. And I know all of us have been here for a while, have heard her, but I asked her not just to talk about this or that, but specifically what Aries Races is all about. And I know that we still have our trailer that we're involved with that too, so that's.
Yeah, and I went to the inauguration thing for the swearing state and talked to TPPs with the sheriff, so.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good. Good.
Not that we're gonna go lose it or anything, but you know.
We never know. Well, I'm gonna present Bob, K6UDA. He's gonna share what we're gonna be doing with field day this year and other things.
Bob.
Oh,
What about Bob?
Bob, what about?
Okay, guys, who came to field day last year?
Bonus points.
Yeah, we had a good turnout. It was a lot of fun. And we're gonna do it again.
We have a date slot.
Do we have a date?
Ready for the next thing
Ready for the next?
Much fun we're
There's
gonna.
Bob.
Okay, so this is where we did it last year, at the K6UDA Ranch. We can do it here again, or we can choose another location. And tonight, basically what I want to do is I want to put together a field day committee and I want to start meeting once a month. We can meet on Zoom, we can meet in person over dinner, and I'm just looking for a core group of people that want to help, make decisions, do things. It could be as big or as little as we want. Next.
Oh, sorry.
I was waiting for him to say.
Okay, I might have had the wrong dates in there.
Look at those dates. They're off by a week.
I might have the wrong dates in there. It might be the next weekend.
It is.
Okay.
It is.
All right, so it's the last full weekend in June. So, like I said, I want to do a field day committee. Anybody want to volunteer right now? Just a show of hands. Or raise your hand.
Oh, you were raising your hand?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, good. That's a great start. That is a great start. I want to meet once a month, possibly lunch or dinner, and we'll just put this whole thing together. If we start now, we can have a real successful field day. We need to talk to the club about what we want to do for a budget. If we want to have, pay attention, Paul.
Hey, I paid your bill.
I know. If we, if we want to provide dinner, do we want to provide dinner
like tri-tip or something for the club.
Costco hot dogs.
Hot dogs.
Yeah.
There you go.
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Why didn't they have a
You
base?
guys are big spenders. So, you know, meals and snacks, we need to figure out what we're gonna do for meals and snacks. Set up and tear down, which last year kind of took care of itself, which thank you, everybody for hanging out afterwards. We could talk about stations, the radios, antennas, and the venue. These are some of the things that I wanna, kind of hash out in a smaller group next. So if we do it at the K6UDA Ranch, we do have camping available like we did last year. We will probably again be able to rely on RD for some battery power.
Tracy too.
And Tracy.
He's got a whole solar trailer decked out now.
Nice. I want to be able to mark out guy wires. Real important if we're gonna have people going out to their trailers at night.
Chem lights.
Yeah, like something like chem lights. We could talk about alternative power, taking advantage of bonus points. Jim and I kind of talked at last year's field day about setting up a bona fide satellite station and actually trying to make the contacts. We tried, but on a little handheld. Heat mitigation, it was hot last year, and I'm thinking of renting a porta-cool system for this year, so we can have that blowing into the main shop, keep everybody nice and cool. Next. Okay, these are ideas only. These are my whiteboard ideas. Meals. I was thinking of, like a family potluck barbecue on Saturday night. We could do maybe cowboy coffee on Saturday and Sunday morning. Breakfast on Sunday morning, sausage and eggs or anything else that we decide we want to do. Input for snacks and drinks. The formal satellite station, and with that, in educational opportunity, if we do that, that's another 100 extra points. Friday night test and tune. I like to call it test and tune. I thought that was to me a lot of fun when I was with this club in California. We would set up on Friday, set all the stations up, get all the antennas set up, and then we would sit around and have drinks and dinner. Everybody kind of did their own dinner and got on the radio. There's a lot of people on the radio on Friday night that are doing the same thing. It's a lot of fun, really relaxed, and we could do that if we want. I know there's people that like to go to church on Sunday, and I was thinking, Pastor Terry could do a little service right there at field day. We could test batteries, power capabilities. We could bring test equipment, and you can bring your own stuff if you've got a setup that you want to test to see how it's working. If we designate a PIO and do press releases to local media, 100 points. Explain field day and why ham radio is important. We advertise to the scouts, STEM groups, preparedness groups. We can make that a public event and 100 points. And these are all, again, just my quick little ideas. We could do tours of the comm trailer. So new people could come in, we could put the comm trailer in a more centralized spot where it's easy to access, not way out in the field. And then have formal tours of that and maybe even training on how to set it up, do all that stuff. We could do, I was thinking maybe prepper food tasting. That was a big thing that we did. It was a lot of fun. Because everybody buys, Mountain House stuff, puts it away, and nobody ever tries it.
It's delicious.
And it's full of salt.
It's delicious.
It's delicious.
And when it's 20 years old, it's even better.
Yeah. Well, we could try that. We could do water filtration, radio test drives. We could bring out some of the newish radios and let people who are thinking of buying a new radio test them out. Why not? Let's see. I know this will piss off some of you, a few of you. We're at the height of the solar cycle. If we did a QRP on alternative power field day, that is 3 points for every QSO instead of 1. So it's a big bonus.
That's 100 watts, ain't it?
No, that's
Field
not.
day or
Not on QRP.
5 watts or less.
or less?
Yeah.
Say, Bob,
We're gonna get us a long.
Yes.
is there a restriction on how soon we can set everything up field day?
Yes.
Yes. They're officially yes.
Unofficially, we can do whatever we want.
We could test things out and then you could just leave them anytime we want. And then
The 21st?
no, on the 21st, yeah. Yes. Next. There's things that we have to decide. Do we want to be competitive? Do we want to try to, win Idaho? Or do we want this to be more of a social thing, more of a, let's bring in the new people into the fold and get them on the radio, let them have fun. How many stations do we want? Do we want to do something like have band captains? There's all kinds of things that we do. How many campers can we accommodate? I'm thinking 10 or so. Do we want to have a go-to station? Do we want to bring in the free stations on top of whatever we do? Having UHF, VHF, and 6 meters, those are all free stations. So we could bring them in, somebody could be in charge of them. I think that's it. Was that? Yep, that's it on those. Okay,
You have one more slide.
do I?
Mhm.
Let's see. Oh, from last year.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Our stats from last year. We had the Yagi, a hex beam, a fan dipole, 80 and 40 meter dipoles. We operated the radios 100% on battery power last year. And we never even had to recharge them. We never even had to charge them up. 80 meter CW, we made 2 contacts. 80 phone, we made 54. 40 CW, 11. 40 digital, we did 1. 40 phone, 116. 20 meter CW, 169. 20 phone, 34. 15 CW, 16. 15 digital, 3. 15 phone, 108. We did pretty good. I mean, not bad. The dumbass sitting up here didn't know how to add everything up and put the bonus points in and forgot to submit it. So we'll have to have somebody that knows how to do it better than me. So Terry had a good idea of having maybe some kind of an Elmer program for newish people, maybe not brand new people that are GOTA kind of people, but people who aren't familiar with the new radios or the radios that we're using, and maybe get Elmers to help those people with filtering and show them what to do, show them how the filtering works, AF gain, RF gain, all that good stuff. Explain all that stuff. I thought that was a great idea. Does anybody have any ideas right now that you want to add to the?
You and I talked about doing a fox hunt maybe Saturday morning for those individuals that wanted to stay that night or whatever, which I'd still be willing to do.
Okay.
And we could even build some tape measure antennas for those that want to do fox hunts throughout the rest of the season and beyond.
Yeah.
But that's when we're supposed to be setting up.
Yeah.
Yes, that technically is when we're really supposed to be setting things up.
Or some.
Or on
some field
Friday.
days, we actually did do that.
Or on Friday.
So schedule
Can't you
something
start
else.
it like Friday after 4 or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's generally, I kind of said, hey, anytime in the afternoon, come on
Yeah.
out and
We
we'll put
probably ought to
everything
be a
together.
little more diligent in, you know, if it is 4 o'clock or whenever, just start setting up then, just to avoid any.
Yeah. But then again, we're not, you know, if we're not trying to win,
Yeah,
we're trying to, you know, help each other, teach each other, and bring more people in.
Yeah.
Anything else? I didn't bring a notepad to have.
I'm just having it right on the back of your name.
Okay, yeah, if you would be willing to help out on the committee, making some of these decisions, figuring out who's gonna do what, we're gonna pass a little piece of paper around, just put your name, call sign, and a phone number on there, and I will.
You have a pen with them?
We need a pen. That's Gordon's.
Good luck getting that pen back, Gordon.
I got a second one.
I know how this works.
And that's really all I got. Okay. Oh, you know what? Couple of other quick announcements. Winterfield Day is not this weekend.
28th, 29th, something
yeah,
like that.
it's a weekend after this coming weekend.
Next weekend. And Winterfield Day, in case you don't know what it is, it's like field day, but it's
In the winter.
In the winter. It's a little cold to be outside here in Idaho. So I always opened up Studio B and for the first, few hours, let anybody come in. It's a great little social time, and you could come operate. And if you have not operated HF before, great time to come operate HF. Have somebody kind of sit and show you what to do. And we've got two full stations there in Studio B. I'll have everything all cleaned up by then and ready to go. And you're all invited for Winter Field Day. And then Idaho QSO Party is in March, and
8th and 9th.
8th and 9th. That's something that more or less people play from your own house. But again, I open up Studio B, and you can come operate there if you don't have an HF station. And that is where everybody in the country wants to contact Idaho. So we want to make as many Idaho contacts as possible. The more people, the more fun. And I have designed a t-shirt for this year for the Idaho QSO Party. I think I sent it out on email.
You did.
Do we have interest?
Yeah.
Show of hands. Who would be interested in a t-shirt? Okay, I'm gonna send out another email. Try to start nailing down sizes and everything, and then I'm gonna need everybody to pay up. I'd like to do that early, and then we can get that out. And I'm opening that up kind of all over to all the clubs in Idaho and outside Idaho if people want to order a shirt.
How much are they?
Depends upon how many we order, but between 20, probably $25, I would say.
Where are you getting them? Threads?
No, I could go over to Threads with my idea,
Yeah.
my
try that.
design idea, and see what they would do for
Check
us.
it out. Kimberly too, they're pretty fair price.
Okay, I was going through a place called Custom Ink on,
They're not wanting curry?
there's a restaurant in Curry. There's a very good restaurant in Curry. Any other smart ass questions? Does anybody have anything else? I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
Anybody else have want to buy a ticket? Yes, anybody else who want to buy a ticket before we, then we'll have a pot draw. Draw pot. Pot draw.
Bill wants to buy more.
My fault, okay.
Terry, cross off your.
Your notes. Quit littering, Terry. Littering and.
You're off duty, okay?
Littering and. Yes, somebody got the reference.
You guys in Idaho are pretty slow compared to us guys in Oregon.
Okay.
Portland cops are a lot quicker.
I'm sure they are.